Yo, what's up, everybody? John Sanders here with Limitless. What's going on? If you're here, check in the comment section, please. I got what's up from Teo Trujillo. And then I got Kieran Declan Louth. Hi. All right. If you can change that name to Teo Trujillo, it would be so much easier. I want to call you Vince every single time. And I know your name's not Vince. And maybe your middle name is. I don't know. Some people have that. Anyways, let's get started here. What do we have? We got our tournament stuff this weekend. All right, our tournament stuff this weekend. I took it off because I also changed up I pressed up and it also changed the volume. All right, don't worry about that. But yes, we have our tournament stuff is back up this weekend. You can check it out on our website, but we also have league games at the same exact time. This is confusing a lot of people. Hope that you guys aren't confused as well. But basically, tournaments are things that if you win, you play at this time. If you lose, you play at this time. Tournaments are things that at the end of the tournament, you get a trophy if you win. Tournaments are where we name our MVPs as well. Leagues are things that you just play game. Usually like weekly. Tournaments also might be all in one weekend, but ours are also going to be weekly as well. So that's the main difference. Since we're doing both, we can run both at the same exact time instead of just shutting down shop for our tournaments or for our leagues. Every time that we run a tournament, we get to keep our league going on for those teams and keep our tournaments going on for those simultaneously. The tournament games are usually after 4. The league games are before 4, and that's how you can tell the difference. But yes, so there's consequences basically based off of your tournament games, and there's no consequences besides your rating for your league games. So I hope that cleared it up. If you want to see that, you can check that out on our website, LimitlessHoops.com, and it's just right here. If you click on monthly tournaments right there, you can see the tournament schedule right here under current. It's kind of a sneaky link, but don't worry about it. It'll get better as we go on. But yes, that's the little video that I made, and that will tell you where you go from week to week. So I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. But here's the actual schedule. So as you see, the schedule is like this. So when that guy won, he went to game number 7. They actually went to the same game. When this guy won, he went to game number 7 as well. That has to be wrong, because those are game 7s. I'll check that out in a second. What is game 7? It's not game 7. That should be game 13. Wow, see, so I messed up. Jeez Louise. But yes, all right, the games for this weekend are 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All right, at the 4 o'clock game, we got the LH Stars playing against the Gremlins. That's the big rematch. They almost got us the other time. They were trying to beat up on Kiernan and stuff like that. Oh, but then we got them in the end. All right, it's a local game. If we happen to win that game, we go to game 7. If we lose that game, we go to game 10. If we win that game, we go to game 7. That means that we might play against Rev Up 6th graders. That's a harder game. They got a new batch of kids up there, and we got to take care of them. That's it. But that's only if we win. If we happen to lose that game, we go to game 10, and that would be against the Lions Den. All right, and then we can go on. If we lose that game, we're out. If we win that game, we go to game 14. So that's how this thing works. All right. Hopefully you understand that. And you want to try to make it all the way down there to the championship games, which is on the 30th. So it lasts the entire month. Hopefully you get the tournament stuff now. And now as for our league stuff, that stuff's right there on the side. Click right there. Click on your weekly matchups. All right. And for the league stuff, we got that stuff right here. And that schedule is right here. You can just type in your team name. You can type in the division name just to get all those games. But the games that we have for that, we have the 4th grade LH Stars playing against the Pomona Panthers at 1 p.m. Also at Shadow Ridge. 7th grade plays right after that against the Lightning. And then the 8th grade division is against 2 teams that aren't ours, but they're playing right after that. So, wait, there's also another game? Where's that one? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. There's that many games? Oh, no, I added all the tournament games to this weekly schedule just to make it easier. Okay, so yeah, so you can see all the games on our league page just to make it even easier for you. So hope that explains something. Hopefully I didn't confuse you even more. That would suck. All right. Anyways, what else are we talking about? Oh, I've been working on this stuff. I'm working on branding. You think that branding doesn't matter, but it does. It does. It's part of the reason that you love the Denver Nuggets or whoever your team is. It's because of branding. People see the brand everywhere, so we have to take care of our branding, and our branding is going to be a little bit more complex. No, I guess not as complex as the NBA. But more complex than the average club team, because we're going to have 16 different teams. So for our branding, what I've been using for a long while, just to send out all the branding, is this old, outdated page back on our 50 All-Stars page, and it has all our little logos on them. I added these, and there's different types that you can see, whatever. There's different types, so we have the ambergram one for 50 right there, and I do it in different ways. Then we got our numeric logo like this, where it's just that. Then we have our colors, all right? But for some of them, it took like a little bit more like fanciness to do. So I wrote the code for it, and like, let's take, where's the countdown one? This is like a fence advertisement. Is there a countdown one here? Thought that I had it. All right. Either way though, there's this stuff right here. All right. So you have the ambergram logo, but you can also see how I created the code for it, which is like this. It's very silly, but there's that picture. But this picture is actually made with a whole bunch of code. And the code looks like this, where I'm just shading it around there, and then you add the CSS to it and stuff like that. And then the other one is this little counter that I used to use, and that's also made up of a whole bunch of code. And you can see the source code right here, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. It's really weird that I have to do all that stuff, right? But I'm gonna try to improve it by making a new page for our Limitless hoops that is a little bit more updated. But we're gonna have different types of branding. Okay, I don't know if you want to hear about this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So there's a black and white version of each branding. There's one that we're gonna put on our hoodies, one that we put on our black hoodies as well, and then there's just the logo ones. But for the team ones, it's a little bit more complex. This is the one that we show if it's black and white. This is the color one. This is the one that we put on our white hoodies, black hoodies, and then each team will have their own color hoodie. So there's 3 different hoodies to buy with this little like symbol on it. All right, and then we have our logos like that, like that, like that, and like that. So each team will have their own set of logos that we want to use throughout all of our products. We'll have our t-shirts, our logos, our t-shirts, our hoodies, our shorts. We're gonna get pants, actually, socks. What else do we have? Backpacks and a duffel bag, and then a beanie. I think that's about it. I think there's like 9 different products. So heads up for all that stuff. Probably not going to debut itself till like November or so with all this gear that we have to buy, but we have to make sure that we have a lot of people. So I think this should be fun, because then every time that you work hard, you actually get something, because you can use all your coins, and I think that'll be a very cool system. So this stuff, again, it shouldn't really be a part of it, but the NBA, it has money. And that's why that's a huge reason why people want to play in the NBA. Don't act like it's not. So this will be your form of getting paid, all right? And hopefully after a while we get to get you actual money. We'll get you guys gear. We'll get you guys the coins to spend on more gear, or the equipment, or on snacks. But then we'll get you guys actual money. My thoughts about the money: are the kids good enough to teach the clinics or to run our camps? We can pay you guys like that, because we're allowed to pay you, but we can't just pay you out of nowhere. So the hardest workers will eventually become the best players, and we'll pay you through that way to teach other kids. Those are my thoughts. Those are my things. Those are my plans. And let's check out the quote of the day. The quote of the day today is, "What's done is done." All right, what's done is done. Meaning, I know what it means, but now I got to spin it into making it mean something about basketball. I actually can't. This one's pretty easy. I see this one as like turnovers, or as in like losing a basketball game. All right, that's no matter how hard that you try not to turn the ball over, you'll turn the ball over eventually anyways. No matter how hard you try to win, you're gonna lose eventually anyways. And you want to try your hardest, definitely. But after after you happen to lose the ball, after you happen to lose the game, after you happen to lose the season, even, right? You happen to break your leg. Okay, you have to end that crazy effort. You have to mentally end the crazy effort and then start a new thing. And like that was Kobe Bryant. Right when he like tore his Achilles, he shoots the free throw, hobbles off the court, and he gets in there. And before you could even say anything, he was like, "Now it's time to rehab. Here we go. I can't wait to get through this." And there's another person by the name of Amy Van Dyken. I might have said it already, but she's a swimmer, famous swimmer, Olympic swimmer. She went to my first college, Colorado State, and her times were faster than all the men's times, which was really cool. On the wall, you got to see them. But she was after her career was over, she was in an ATV accident where she flew 20 feet in the air, landed, and she got she broke her back and couldn't walk anymore. As she's getting put into the ambulance, she's telling the reporters that she's going to become an advocate for people who can't walk. She's going to do this. She's going to do this. And by the way, she's going to come back. And I think you either have a winning mentality or you don't. Some people just go from one disaster to the next, while other people are like, oh, I'm going from one challenge to the next. This is like a new quest. This is like a new stage in the video game, right? So imagine yourself just killing in the video game, killing, right? You're on level 1, then you're on level 2, then level 9, then level 10, right? You could be like, I'm gonna reach to like level 100, and I'm gonna solve the whole game. And you can be on a roll, right? And you're like, dude, now I'm on level 12, now I'm on level 13. Here we go. Or you could be like, no one's ever played a video game this way, but imagine this: you're on level 1, and you're like, uh-oh, it's hard. Okay, I solved level 1, and then level 2 comes. You're like, what again? Now it's even harder. Woe is me. And then you get through it, and you're like, geez, that was hard. Okay, but now am I out of it? Then level 3 comes, and it's hard again, but even harder. And you're like, isn't there just a level that's going to be easy? It's like, no, that's the point of video games, right? Well, that's also the point of life. All right? After each single step, each single disaster, or each single success, it's over. What's done is done. It's happened. And if it's a long-term goal, cool. Now you got to put a whole bunch of more work into it. If it's just a game, cool. On to the next game. If it's just one play, you can't sit there and argue with the referee or argue with yourself or even put your head down, because one, all the coaches are gonna see you and be like, I don't want that kid. He's a sad sack. He's putting his head down every single play. All right. And then 2, you got to get back on defense to do something. What's done is done. All right. So see things like that, and don't even like shoot a shot and make it and start celebrating too much. What's done is done. Move beyond that. Now it's time to go further. So that's the quote of the day. What's done is done. All right. Moving on to our itinerary. We got my head in the circle. Okay, there we go. We got 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run! All right, countdown game, 1-on-1 sprints, successful dribble shots, diagonal hurdle layups, sandbag slides coming up on Friday. So do that stuff as homework today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, and take care of that stuff. Look it up on our site under curriculum. But for today, we got alley-oops and wall passes and deflect a layup, zigzag sprint D, anchor layups, point blank layups right there. The ones that we don't have videos for, we got anchor layups. That's putting 2 basketballs on either block. If the person's bigger, you can put them a little bit further out. You sprint over to the ball, leaving your anchor foot underneath the basket. Not quite underneath the basket, but like a good point for a layup. And you reach out with the other 2 hands plus your other leg far. So you're almost doing the splits. You pick the ball up, put it right by your head, and then put your feet closer together and then jump up and twist and shoot a layup. Then you sprint over to the other one and you do the same thing with the opposite ball. You have 2 rebounders for this drill, and they're going to continuously put the ball back down in their place as you go from side to side shooting your 10 shots. Then you rotate. So that's anchor layups. Very, very popular to do in college. We also did it in high school too. It's just show you how to reach for a ball, keep your anchor foot in there, and then put the ball up faster that your elbows are up, and then score a layup quickly as fast as you possibly can. The other one that we don't have a video for is our alley-oops. And I thought about these videos. And I'm like, why haven't I done all these videos yet? One, our kids don't know the stuff enough to do them, but I can still do the video somehow. And it's because I need to run every single practice. I need people to know how to run the practices, or at least players that know how to run the practice, so I can film. Because right now I'm doing the practice, I can't film it, and no one wants to film for me, so it's kind of tough too. It's like, oh my God. So, and it's like a chicken and egg thing. It's like, well, people can't do the practices until I have all the video in. But I can't have all the video in until people start doing the practices. And I'm stuck. And it's a very strange spot to be stuck in. I will get all these videos down eventually. I think I have to get adults to do them. Adult basketball players, possibly, because they can understand stuff faster. So that might be the way that we have to get all these videos in. But just for right now, understand that alley-oops are throwing the ball up to your teammate, catching in the air and scoring. But you can also bounce it to him. You also throw the ball off the backboard for him. You can throw the ball off the backboard for yourself. You can bounce the ball to yourself. You can throw the ball up high, bounce, and then catch it off the ground for an alley-oop. You can also catch a reverse layup alley-oop. There's so many different types of alley-oops. Let's do them all. Let's just have some fun with this one and understand. I like this one because it adds coordination to your game, so you can get rebounds and so you can make your layups better with eye contact and things like that. I just want you to be better athletes in general. All right, now let's watch the other 4 that actually have some video. Wall passes. Right hand with the left hand with both hands and behind the back. So there's 5 different ones. You get the gist. Zigzag sprint D with the sprint beyond him. That's why I took him out. I was like, dude, switch that up. There we go. So it's tap, 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 tap. When he sprints, you sprint beyond him to let it change it. Tap, tap. Sprint beyond him to change it. Tap and slide, 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 slide. Sprint beyond him to change it. Easy drill, hard to do during games. Last one, point blank layups. Go with the right hand first, then go with the left hand. Try not to move your feet. Try to keep your hand above your head so that your elbows stay high. Don't move your feet. And try to make as many as you can in 30 seconds. That's the drill. And let's see who's been doing the homework. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. We got Kieran and Declan doing wall passes. Nice job. And point blank layups. I like it. I like it. I like it. And then no one else today. All right, so it's slowing down. But Weston says he will post. Weston didn't post yesterday. Weston said I post every God-given day. It's who I am. But maybe he meant every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. But you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. All right, let's check the next thing. We got our story of the day. Watch it. Being named team captain is an honor one must deserve. But if you wouldn't give up that honor to a talented player on your team whose ego needed that title in order to play well, then maybe you're not so deserving of that honor either. A true captain will win with or without the limelight. This is a very difficult one, all right? Because people people have goals for themselves. All right, people, they have reasons that they do the sport. All right, and a lot of those reasons are superficial reasons. All right, you do the sport because you want the money of the NBA. So if I was like, hey, you can become the best player of all time, but I wouldn't put you in the NBA, you'd be like, well, that defeats the purpose. And other people, they do it for smaller reasons, where it's like they want to play the sport to maybe like, you know, get the clout, or like to get like people to like think that they're cool. All right, but I mean, like, what is a team captain? I mean, what is a team captain? It's the person that has a C on their shirt, maybe. It's the person that gets to talk to the referees before the game. It's the person that maybe gets to give a few speeches before the game. But what is it like, really? Like, it's not anything that much. It's like it's the same as a trophy. It's the same as like just getting money for the thing. It doesn't affect wins and losses, but some people need it to push themselves. All right, and if you're a player who needs that, that's okay, because that's what you're working for. You're like, I'm working for respect here, and you work really hard, then you become team captain. You're like, oh yes, it feels so good. But what if like you were a player who wanted that, but another player needed that to play harder, because you were like, oh, I could be named captain or not, I'm still gonna talk to my teammates. I'm still gonna act right during games. I'm still gonna be like an integral part of this team, with or without being named captain. But this other player, he would fall to pieces. He would feel like, oh, I'm better than him. He would get all like, you know, like crazy about it. Let that guy be captain. Give him extra money. Yeah, just give him some money. Whatever he needs to like calm the heck down. Because imagine, because this is such a big thing. Imagine if there was ever, there's two different levels to this. Imagine if there was ever an NBA team that could convince 12 All-Stars to take just $1 million a year. Guys who already made some money, okay, they have more money, but they just said, hey, instead of making $50 million, come here for $1 million. The NBA would be done. They would win every single time probably if they had 12 like All-Stars. But imagine that team. Who would start? What if they all didn't care? What if they all just took turns? Now they're all like resting the whole year. They would dominate. But that's not how human beings work. And luckily for us, luckily for the NBA, that's not how human beings work. Human beings want to be on top of things. They also want to keep things fair, maybe, some of them, right? Which is cool. But for most of them, it's like, no, I want to be the man. I want to be the man, which is great. All right? But you would win a whole lot more games if you had the attitude where it's like, oh, I don't really matter. My team matters. So, well, I do want you guys to act like that during like workouts where you want to be the man, want to be the man, want to be the man. When the game starts, you almost have to have a different sort of mentality, which is weird, that you want your team to win. So it's a balance of the two. It's crazy. But imagine if it happened in college. If it happened in college and you look at the top 10 players who are coming out of high school, they're not going to the NBA. The top 10 players are not going to the NBA. Maybe like 4 of them are. All right, they're getting better. But back in the day, maybe like 1 of them might. They used to get it wrong. But if all 10 of those guys go to the same exact school as freshmen, they would dominate the whole NCAA. And they would have to come up with rules. But you can't come up with rules. You can't say, we designate you the best players on earth, so therefore you can't play with each other. No, it's not a possible rule, right? So ego, it's a great thing until it isn't. So that's what that story's about. So just watch your ego. Here's this trivia question today. It's a weird one. Watch it. This Celtics player was not only later a coach for the team, but he also shares the name of a hockey-masked comic book vigilante. That's the question. Now, when I say he has the same name as a hockey-masked comic book vigilante, their names are spelled differently. Ooh, but it sounds the same. It's a homophone, baby. It's a homophone. All right, so this Celtics player was not only later a coach for the team, but he also shares the name of a hockey-masked comic book vigilante. This is a hard question, I believe. Please don't answer in the first 10 seconds. Y'all make me feel bad. All right? And I've been thinking about this question my entire life. Who is this? Danny Ainge? No. The answer is Casey Jones. Kiernan got it right, and I know that was not. There's no way Kiernan knew that one. That was his daddy, because his daddy watched. I know his daddy watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm gonna give the point to Kiernan. Great job to Kiernan Louth. That is your second point, and it is Casey Jones. Casey Jones, and if you want to look at Casey Jones looked like this. Look like this guy right here. That's Casey Jones in the comic books. All right, and he used to wear a hockey mask, and he would carry like a baseball bat and stuff like that. And it was kind of like a weird character. But this is Casey Jones right there. Now the other guy, Casey Jones, is a black dude that played back in the day, who later became their coach, and he's the only, I think, African American coach to ever win multiple championships as a coach, or something like that. That's what it said. So the KC Jones with K and C, it looks like this guy. So it's just two different people. So if you ever hear that word, one is gonna maybe hurt you or save your life, while the other one is gonna coach you and like save the game. So those are two different people, Casey and Casey Jones. Trust me. Yes, Casey and Casey. Spelling change is different. Anyways, let's finish this up. We got Aurora. We have another workout tonight. We're getting more and more kids to sign up from MLK. All right, the 3 kids that are going on the trips, you guys have 20 free workouts, so don't sign up for anything more than that. But everyone else can sign up for $50 for 20 workouts. Just if you happen to go to that school, since they're opening the gym for us, we're also going to get a whole bunch of you guys in. So maybe you guys can win next year for the whole thing when you guys turn varsity. Anyways, that would be the Aurora location. And how about our event calendar? What's on the event calendar? It's Casey Jones? No. The event calendar right here. View the events. What do we have going on? So we're at STEM Lab tonight, and then MLK Early College, like I said. Then we got workouts on Friday at both locations as well. I believe there will be a snow day coming up here, but it shouldn't affect us. Then Saturday we have all these games, so make sure that you look at them. We need some extra signups for the first through fourth graders. Please sign up for that event. And then we're not going till next Monday. How about Broomfield? What y'all doing in Broomfield? Broomfield people. Don't forget the Snack Shack, Broomfield people. You guys have coins, bring the snacks. On Saturday, I'll bring all the stuff again. Buy some snacks before I run out of snacks. You guys earned it. You guys have all the coins, so buy those snacks. Also, come to the games. They are local for now. Remember when they were all far away? I brought them back. You're welcome. So let's show up to these games. All right. And as for the Broomfield action, we got attendance. All right, Kiernan Louth up there in the lead as well. We got Trenton, we got Lincoln, we got Weston, we got Jay Messiah bringing up their rear. All right, birthday's coming up, Idris coming up, Dom coming up. All right, but yes, take a look at the attendance stuff. Make sure that you stay on top. You want to be the top and all this stuff. I think that right now the number one guy is Mason, because Teo got hurt for a couple of days, and Noah's right behind him, and Joey's right behind him as well. Centennial, what's going on in Centennial? Anything going on in Centennial? I want to do the Snack Shack in Centennial because it has pizza. But I can't find a place that will let me do a Snack Shack. I need to work on that. All right, but yes, Centennial will look like probably our Cherry Creek locations. That will be our Centennial location. Going to use Cherry Creek. And as for the YouTube stuff that we've done lately, all the postings on YouTube. All right, make sure to check out our highlight tapes. I believe was the last post. Yes, and our scheduling. All right, so you get to click right there to see the scores of the game and to see when you play next. I'll post that for our weekly thing as well. How about Denver? What's going on? Anything going on in Denver? I don't believe so, but I do want to use the school Alameda for our tryouts. All right, super hyped about the trials. They're gonna start then. And I've been asked about the trials. Does that mean that we can't make the team? Dude, if you work hard, you can make anything. Okay. Hopefully we get a lot of people, but maybe we won't. Just keep pushing, keep working for that. And I like the fact that we have trials because now you get to push yourself. Okay. And then for our last thing is our newsletter. The newsletter today. All right, we got the recent matchup between the Rev Up Hornets and the 8th grade division was a real buzzworthy event. You get it, Hornets? With the Hornets narrowly edging out the Rev Up in a thrilling 34-32 victory. Yes, Rev Up lost to them. Oh man, but they get to play against each other again, maybe in the finals, unless our team makes the finals. But we'll see. So it's a double elimination tournament. They've lost their first game. The Rev Up have been revving up the competition in the 7th grade division, however, boasting a record of 8 wins and 4 losses with a rating of 9.11. So they're still very highly rated because they lost to an older team, making them the team to beat in the league. Meanwhile, the Pomona Panthers are pouncing on their opponents in the 4th grade division with a perfect 1-0 record and a rating of 5.73. But we play them this weekend, so we'll see how that is. Fans are eagerly anticipating the upcoming clash between the JA Jags and the Denver Lions, the Lions Den in the 8th grade division, set to take place at 6 p.m. on Saturday at Shadow Ridge. This game promises to be roaring good time for all involved as these two teams battle out for supremacy on the court. So that's everything that's going on. Don't forget that we have our quote of the day as well. Quote of the day is what's done is done. I will see you guys soon. I believe Aurora's being taken care of by Nikki and by Lawrence. And I will be in the Broomfield area taking care of that. All right, you guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Great job. Make sure you guys keep posting the homework, please. Come on, dude. We got to make the pros, baby. Oh, next time I'll talk to you guys about Connor's page too. I made a recruiting page for Connor. We're going to talk to you about that next time. All right, talk to y'all later, man. Peace out.